I'll turn it around, Camilla.
Which isn't great.
Okay, and for people at home, a ball, I put 2 spare ones there. For people at home, a cushion or a weight will be good. Okay, you can leave the ball on the floor for now. Is that noise in here?
Yeah, it's probably
It's outside. Okay, hands in a prayer position. Oh, let me just check everyone at home is on the mute. There we go. Okay, hands in a prayer, and you're circling round so that you go back to back with your hands and then palm to palm. So you're just kind of rolling over the outer edges of your hands, working into the small joints around the wrist. And it gives us a little rotation through the forearms. So we're starting to kind of unstick the radius and ulna in your forearm and get a bit of mobility into the elbows. Change direction. Get as close to the wrist as you can. Nice. And then release your hands and go for a shoulder roll. So, Abby, you can be guard on my dog's in the car, but I mean, I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. But if you hear him howling, or if you see anyone open the door and walk off with him, apart from Paul, who is actually coming to walk off with him, I don't you go running after him, going, and then fingers to shoulders and do a little half arm backstroke. And then let's do a half arm front crawl. And rotate at the same time. See if you can keep your head still, but rotate your chest. And that way, by immobilizing the head and the pelvis, but by mobilizing the rib cage, we get some rotation going on through the thoracic spine mainly. Okay, and then come to center, release your arms down, pick your shoulders up to your ears, and then take the shoulder blades back, arms behind you, interlace your fingers and stretch the arms down so it draws your shoulder blades down your back. When you release your arms, elbows by the sides of your body, hands point forwards, and then pull them out wide. Thumbs draw back. Inhale forwards. Exhale, thumbs draw back. Good, keep going. Inhale, center, and exhale as you pull out. So imagine you're wearing, let's see if I can use this as an example, a belt around your waist, and you've got the 2 ends. And as you, gosh, I thought that was a bit longer. As you pull out, you are pulling the ends of your belt, yeah? So as you pull out with the exhale, it's like you're pulling this imaginary belt around your middle a bit tighter. I didn't realize it had loops on the end. I need to be a size 6 to do that. Good, a couple more. Elbows stay close to the sides and you're pulling out and actively engaging your corset muscles. Okay, and then back to center. Okay, so we're going out and adding an extension. So if you're right next to someone, you're going to stagger out to the side, extend your arms out wide. Inhale, elbows touch your sides. Exhale again, extend out. And still, you're holding the imaginary ends of your belt. Inhale. Exhale and narrow in the waist as you pull out. Inhale. Exhale, narrow in the belt. So now it's not just a little thin, scraggly belt. Sorry, Karen, to call it scraggly around the middle, but you're wearing like this nice big broad belt now. So think of it more like you're wearing a big corset. You're holding the ends of the corset. And as you pull out, the whole corset narrows in. So you're feeling now a narrowness between the hip points, in the middle of the waist, around the ribs. 2 more. And 1. Good, then in and release your arms back down. Let's go into a roll down, soften your knees, chin drops to chest and roll your way down. Bottom of the roll down, inhale. Exhale, roll your way back up again, just stacking up nicely through your spine, no rush. Soft knees, one arm swings forwards, one arm swings back with a little bounce in the knees midway. Keep both heels on the ground. Keep your right arm forwards, left arm back, pause, lift the chest upright. That's it. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Nice. And then see if you can lift your right knee up and balance. You can come on the toe if you need to. And then take your arm further up. Reach longer. Feel your head trying to follow up through your arm. And then bring your arm and leg down. Left arm forwards, right arm back. Lift the left knee, engage. Think of your core sort of holding you. And then either toe on the floor or lift the knee and let the arm follow up. And then follow up through the length of your spine to the top of your head. Excellent. Bring your leg and your arm down, roll down, chin to chest, soft knees. On we go. Inhale at the bottom of the roll down. Exhale, roll your way up. If you've got osteoporosis in your spine, you want to just put your hands on your legs to give your back a bit of support. Your shoulders roll back. Okay, and this time we take the feet out a bit wider. Right arm forwards, left arm back and reach diagonally across. Left arm forwards and reach diagonally across. Right arm, you're reaching to the left. Left arm, you're reaching to the right. And you're just taking that little bend in the knees as you come midway through. So there's a bit of rotation now. You're getting a longer line from your left arm to your left leg, right arm to right leg. Take that softness through your knees, and then you get the length as you reach. It's almost like you're dipping and lifting. Dip, lift, dip, lift, dip, lift. One more each way. And then to center. Good. Heel toe your feet in. A roll down, chin to chest, soften your knees. And then come down onto hands and knees. Spread out your fingers. Swing your hips right and left a couple of times. And then find center. Point your tailbone up and down a couple of times. Pelvis tilting. And then find center. And then feel like your tailbone is trying to really reach out through that center line, neither swinging left or right or up or down. And as the tailbone gets longer, this slight narrowing in of the corset muscles, like when you were pulling the two ends of the corset. Keep that feeling and extend your right arm along the floor in front of you, the left leg on the floor behind you. Find your balance and then lift your arm and leg off the ground and hold for 5. For 4. For 3, imagine you're wearing that corset and it's holding you from above. For 2. For 1. Bring the hand and knee to the floor without your head or pelvis moving. Left arm slides, right leg out behind and lift. Try and avoid your head falling, so you're keeping your gaze around the front of your mat. You don't want to look forwards because that makes you lift your head too high. Look more like as if you're just looking just slightly ahead of the tip of your nose. One more breath. That hand and knee come down to the floor. And then we're going to take your block under your head and turn onto your right side so you're facing the big window of the room. Knees drop in front of you, arms in front of you, and we're going to take 5 chalk circles with your left arm starting first. So your left arm circles up and round and behind and down, and you keep going with that when you are ready. What are you after, Vicky? Oh, right, okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, for space, yeah, fine. But remember to let your head turn with your circle. Nice. Get your legs up a bit higher so they're right up in front of your hips. That's it, yeah. And then it keeps the weight of your legs down more. A couple more in this direction. One more. So start with your hands together. Okay. As your hands come around, let your fingers trail on the floor. So nice and light. Oh. And as it comes around behind, turn your head with you. So you turn all the way around. That's it. I think that's going the wrong direction. No, you're right. Okay. And then when you've completed that circle, do one to unwind, go the other way. That's it. Yeah, just one round the other way, Isabel. That's it. No, stay on your side. That's it. You're just doing one the other way. That's all. Yeah. Okay, and then when your hands come back together, you're going to push back around onto hands and knees. So if you look at my pelvis, if I go loose in the belly, so I'm going to loosen my belly, the tailbone points up too much. If I over firm the belly and squeeze it in too much, the tailbone tucks under. So it's trying to feel like the tailbone is stretching straight out behind, but then couple it with the firmness of your tummy, but not so much that you're round. So long tailbone, firm belly, right arm, left leg extend, keep your toe on the floor, your little finger on the floor, and then lift. Inhale, touch the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 4 more. Exhale, lift. Push out through the heel. Inhale, touch the floor. Exhale, lift. Just staying on the same side. 2. 1. Inhale, hand and knee to the floor. And then we switch sides. The head and the pelvis don't move. Left arm, right leg. Touch the ground with your toe and little finger. And then lift. Inhale, touch the floor. Exhale, lift. Good. As your arm and leg move, the top of your head, the tailbone of your spine, stay still. 3 more. 2, keeping that little firm, almost like a zip in your lower belly. And 1. Hand and knee back down to the floor. Take your block in and turn onto your other side. So now you're lying on your left and your knees are in front of your hips. Hands start together. Keep your head up this way, Sarah. Head up this way. And you didn't have your head at that end last time, did you? Yes, you did. It's okay. And circle around. Did you? Well, hang on. Last time you had your head up here. Yeah. Circling around exactly as you did on the other side. Did you? Where did you have?
I didn't have my head.
You had your head up here, didn't you? Yeah, okay. So
it's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. But now just turn around and face that way. Yeah. So you're doing the opposite side. That's my fault for because you did have your head up here, but you should have had it up there, but it's okay. It's all right, it's okay. But now just turning around so you've got the opposite side. Did you move your head up there before so you had more space? I like your one. Just happened that way. Good, you've got the whole length of the block to let your head roll. So make sure your head is turning with you. And if your head falls off the back of the block, you move the block, not your head. Because we want our head to stay in alignment. The block can move more easily. We're going to do a couple more in this direction. So each one, you just get that little bit looser. Oh, he's on the back seat. I can see him. Yeah. No, he's not been stolen. When your hands next come by each other, you can change direction. So one the other way. And again, letting your head turn. No, that's pardon. No, that's a small dog. That's not Harry's bark. It's a woof, 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 woof. Okay, and then go back round to hands and knees. Okay, so any issues with the back? If this is sensitive, you stay on hands and knees. Otherwise, lay down on your tummy, arm and legs out. Have your little fingers to the floor, forehead on the floor. Legs just slightly apart. Shorten your arms and legs a little, as though to bring them further into the shoulder and hip joints. And narrowing around your middle, as if you're holding the 2 ends of your belt or corset and narrowing it in. So your tummy will get a little lighter on the floor. Keep your head on the ground for now. Lift the opposite arm and opposite leg off the floor. And inhale as they lower back down. Then the other arm and leg lift, keeping your head resting on the floor, but just lifting the opposite arm and leg. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Just the arm and leg. Your forehead can stay on the floor for now. That's it. And it doesn't matter about lifting particularly high. I want you to lift with length. Can you lift so the bones of your leg feel long rather than thinking of how high you can get? Then if it feels okay, let your head lift naturally with the lifting arm and down with the lowering arm. So your head comes up and down naturally with the rise and fall of your spine. You shouldn't need to crease the back of your neck when your head comes up. It just follows the lift of your spine. And we are going to try and take it to a more advanced level. So feel free to just stick with one of those two versions you're doing. Or lift this next one where your opposite arm and leg are off the floor, your head is off the floor. And imagine you're holding your head in a vice there so it stays steady, and switch in the air. So one arm and leg lower, the other arm and leg lift. You inhale one, exhale the other. Inhale one, exhale the other. So there's a steady switch in the air. Keep your head still, keep a slight rise of the breastbone. Stay nice and long, but stay narrow. Remember, the corset is still on. You're still wearing your corset. 2, 2. Chin in a tiny bit, Anne. 1, 1. And then lower all the way down. Bring your hands by the sides of your chest. Push back to a child's pose. Rest your head on your... let's bring the block in and rest your head on the edge of your block. Okay, and then bring your arms down by your side. And for some of you, okay, so Caroline, keep your hands under your head. For some of you, if you bring your arms by your side, if you suddenly feel like you head dive into your block, then you can put your arms back out in front of you. So for those people whose knees or hips don't bend as deeply, you're more likely to need your arms in front to support you. But if you do manage to sit more or less all the way back onto your heels, you probably will be comfortable with your arms just relaxing by your side. So Kevin and Isabel, let your elbows bend and relax. Flop them. That's it. Yeah. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. Arms relaxing. Let your elbows drop more, Camilla. Shoulders relax. Elbows relax. Are they? Yeah. Okay. And another breath. Excellent. And then we're going to come up, drop our bottom off to the right, take your legs to the left into mermaid position. So you've got your right foot on your left knee. Facing this way ideally, and then you can see more easily. Right foot on left knee. And so anyone whose hips don't like that, Christine and Anne maybe, see how you feel, but you can do it with your legs out in front instead. Yep. Good, so lean over into your right hand. Take your left hand on top of your right hand so you're rotating your spine. Your belly is turning, your chest is turning, you're looking over your fingertips. And then open your arm back out again, and then take a side bend, dropping down onto your elbow. Inhale, open wide, off the elbow. Exhale, twist, hand on top of hand. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, drop elbow to floor, side bend. Inhale, open wide, push through straight arms. Exhale, hand on hand. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, side bend, drop to your elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist, hand on hand. Inhale, open. Exhale, side bend, dropping onto the right elbow. Again, inhale, open. Left hand on right hand. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop to elbow, side bend. One last time, open. Twist, hand on hand. Open. Side bend. Okay, stay in your side bend. Reach longer from your ribs, through your shoulder, through your elbow, palm faces the floor. Feel your left hip trying to draw away from the stretch. Lift your arm back up, push through a straight right arm, and then bring your legs in front of you. And then you can naturally fall over to your left hand and bring your legs so that now your left shin is in front left foot on right knee. So it's twist, side bend, twist, side bend. Let's start with the twist. And remember, you can do it with your legs straight in front. Teresa, legs straight in front, yeah. Okay, so we're open, inhale, twist, hand on hand, so straight arms. Open, and then for the side bend, bend your left elbow as you go over. Inhale, straight arms, twist with straight arms. Inhale, open, bend the left elbow and drop. Yeah, so ideally your left hand doesn't really need to change location. You can keep your left hand there, you just drop down into the elbow and then push through your forearm and hand to come back up. So it becomes a little bit of a push-up almost with your left arm. Inhale, open. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, open. Straight arms, twist. Inhale, open. Side bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist, straight arms. Inhale, open. Side bend, elbow on the floor. Inhale, open. Keep a straight arm and twist. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist, hand on hand. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, open. Keep a straight arm and twist. Open and staying in the side bend as we go down, arm up and over. Palm facing the floor. And again, feel your right hip reaching toward the right and your arm reaching across to the left. You can almost arc your ribs slightly upwards as if to inflate them. Straight arms again as you come up, and then leaning onto your left hip as you straighten your legs in front and land on both buttocks. And bring your arms down, give your shoulders a little roll around. So I'm going to take the ball, and if at home you don't have any sort of ball, you can just use a cushion or a folded blanket and pop that between your inner knees. And your block is going to go back at the head end of your mat, so the back of your mat. Shift forward enough so that when you do roll down, you've got space for your head to come onto your mat. Take the ball between the inner knees. Did I say it already, or did you? Or did you? I didn't know whether you just predicted. And then come down onto your back. Head onto your block. I'd like you first of all to put your hands round the sides of your hips and try and get your fingertips to detect your buttock muscles. Find neutral pelvis. So remember, it's where the tailbone feels like it's pointing straight down the length of your mat, and then your belly firms towards your lower back. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball and see if you can do that without clenching your buttocks. So you might want to clench your buttocks and your hands can feel what the clenched feeling feels like. Unclench them, and now your hands are going to check that you don't clench. Okay, so each time you squeeze the ball, try and do it without clenching your bottom muscles. Exhale, clench the squeeze the ball and keep the bottom relaxed. Okay, so now we're going to check the pelvic floor muscles are engaging. When you exhale and squeeze the ball, engage the pelvic floor muscles. And again, you should feel like the bottom muscles don't tighten. Inhale, relax. Exhale, you squeeze the ball, you squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, but try and avoid big, tight buttocks. I know it sounds nice having big, tight buttocks, but in this case, we're trying not to overdo that. They will engage a tiny amount. Don't worry if there's a little flinching there, but you don't want to feel like it's a bottom squeeze rather than a pelvic floor squeeze. We're going for pelvic floor engaging. What I like to imagine sometimes as well, or to describe the pelvic floor engaging, is if you were doing this in a bath of water, you wouldn't be blowing bubbles out, but you would be sucking water up. Yeah. So when you squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, you want to feel like you'd be sucking water up rather than blowing bubbles out. Because sometimes it is hard to differentiate whether you're squeezing the pelvic floor muscles or engaging them. And there's a difference. Squeezing can also be pushing down, whereas engaging them is lifting in. Okay, anyway, a couple more of those because we've done quite a few now. Good. Now place your hands on your tummy. Keep that light hold of the ball. Good. And then keep the ball between your knees. If it drops out, then don't worry too much about it. And extend your right leg so the right leg straightens or straightens-ish. Bend the leg so the foot comes back to the floor. If you lose the ball, don't worry about it. Then the left leg, but the ball's telling you that you're trying to keep your knees level with each other. So you exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend. You swap each time. Exhale, left. Inhale, bend. So one leg extends with your exhale, bends with the inhale. If the ball falls out, I don't mind. And don't you worry. If the ball drops out, just imagine it's there. Or you could have your inner knees touching. I just thought we'd leave it there, seeing as it was there already. You might have noticed me pausing. I was wondering whether to use it or not. So if it drops, then just let it drop. As your leg extends, I want you to feel, keep going. I want you to feel, keep going, how your thigh bone connects to the back wall of your abdomen. So the leg connection comes all the way down through your pelvis and connects in. So you're still wearing your muscular core, corset, your core muscles, and your leg extends from your core. One more each leg. Good. Keep both feet on the floor. Nod your chin slightly to your chest, then slide your chest forwards, hands slide up the legs. Get as high as you can, see if you can take the ball out. Come back down, pop the ball on the floor and put your hands on your hip bones. Keep the left leg where it is, open your right knee to the side. So it goes maybe about halfway, for some of you maybe just a bit wider, and then close it back in as if you're coming back to touch the ball. Left knee opens, inhale. Exhale, left knee closes. Right knee opens, inhale. Close, exhale. I want you to see if you can do this without the pelvis moving. So your hands are resting on the bony hip points to check that the pelvis doesn't rock side to side. You can maybe imagine you've got a tight wall either side of your pelvis, on the left and right sides of your pelvis, holding it in place. Remember those little measuring devices that you used to get your foot measured with when you were, well, when I was a child, I don't know. And it used to clamp the toes and the heel. Think of the same thing at the side of your pelvis. So you want to feel that the two walls are holding your pelvis steady as the knee opens out to the side. Now can your pelvic floor muscles help pull the knee back in? So you're feeling the inner muscles of your leg connecting to the pelvic floor, drawing in from that point. And we're doing quite a few repetitions to give you a chance for your mind to kind of catch up with the feeling and what you're meant to be doing and feeling. We'll do another each side. When you've finished on the left and knees are back up to the center, keep it there. Good, let your arms relax a moment. Arms by your side. And in fact, let's just bring our hands behind the head. Give your head a little lift off the floor so your hands are holding the back of your head and lift it so you're looking to your legs. Take your right leg up, give it a little shake out. Try and shake all the way down. Let the muscles relax and see your leg kind of shaking out a bit. Left leg comes up, shake out. Try and relax so much that there's a bit of flobbiness going on. And then foot down and stretch the back of your neck long as you come back down to the floor. Okay, so arms up in the air, palms face each other. And then you're going to take your arms about halfway back and pause, still with your palms facing each other. Okay, and keep your arms about halfway back and see if your front ribs can press down toward the back ribs a bit more. So your arms have gone back and your front ribs are trying to press the back ribs more toward the floor. Then bring your arms forwards, abdominal curl, chin to chest, chest toward thighs. Take your ball, bring it up into your hands. Take your arms back, holding the ball, front ribs pressing towards back ribs. Bring the ball forwards. And then again, you can nod your chin and lift your chest and the ball comes toward the knees. Go down, arms go back, ribs stay down. Exhale, arms forwards, abdominal curl. Inhale, head down, arms back a little. Exhale, arms forwards, abdominal curl. Inhale, go back, arms back, keep the ribs down. Exhale, arms forwards, abdominal curl. Good, keep going. So if you've got arthritis in, not arthritis, sorry, osteoporosis in the neck, in the upper back or the neck, then you are going to take the same movement but without the curl. So your arms can come forwards, but you leave your head on the floor. So that we're not adding extra weight into this abdominal curl. Or you could do it with your hands behind your head. Okay, so same thing. Take your arms back, pause there, keep your ribs down. Remember, you've got this built-in corset, your muscular wall holding you, and walk your legs together so your inner knees touch. You're now connecting the inner legs completely. Yep. As you abdominal curl up, bring the ball toward the outside of your right leg, so there's a rotation. Inhale as you go down, and then abdominal curl to the outside of the left leg. Inhale as you come down. So as you do this each time, swapping the sides, try not to let the legs move. You don't have to go far past the leg, but I want you to feel like you're definitely going to the outside of the leg. So your rib cage rotates. So go more for the rotation than how far over you can go or how far up you can get. So I'm watching your legs and I'd like you to really feel like the legs are staying still. And again, you could do this with your head staying on the floor, but your arms just go down in an opposite direction. One more each way. We are going to make these harder. So keep your arms up in the center when you get back down with your head and pause there. Arms up in center, straight above your chest, so it's not too hard. That's it. Lift your right leg into a single knee fold. Keep it there, bent leg, Carolyn, that's it, bent leg, that's it. Inhale, exhale, left leg comes up to join, double knee fold. Nice. Okay, so as your arms go back, tap your right foot to the floor. And then as your arms come forwards, lift the right leg. You can leave your head on the floor. Left foot taps the ground and then lift the left leg. Good. And it doesn't matter how far down you bring your arms. They can touch the legs or they can just come back in line with your chest. It's up to you. But the idea is that when your arms go back, you've got one foot tapping the floor. Keep your head on the floor, Leslie, for now. That's it. Keep your head on the floor, Leslie, for now. Unless you can't do it without lifting your head. Have you lost it? Yeah. Start with double knee fold. Keep your arms in the air. Double knee fold. Right. Your arms go back, one foot to the ground. And then arms up, one leg up. That's it. And then the other leg this time. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Both legs stay lifted. Arms up in the air above your chest. Abdominal curl. Take the ball toward the right of the legs. And bring your left foot to the floor. You can just put the ball of the left foot there, so you've got a little bit of support through that left leg. And then pulse 5 times this direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come to center, head to the floor, lift the left leg up. Abdominal curl to the left of the legs. And the right ball of your foot touching the floor for support. 5 pulses. 5. Keep the foot on the floor, Isabel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball up in the air. Head to the floor. Lift your second leg up. Pause. Put the ball back between your knees. Hold it there and squeeze. Take your hands behind your head. Elbows wide. Inhale. Exhale, abdominal curl toward the ball. Keep it here. Keep squeezing the ball. Rotate to the right. Inhale, center. Rotate to the left. Inhale, center. This is your last set. Exhale, rotate right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate left. If you need a lighter version, your feet can be on the floor while doing this. You can have your feet on the floor holding the ball, or you can have your feet in the air. Light squeeze on the ball to activate pelvic floor and lower belly. Feel free to put the feet down if you need to. And let's go another each side, but make them really good ones. Get a good rotation, opposite of the backside lifts. And then come to center, lower your head, take the ball out from between the knees. And we'll just go for a right knee hug, left leg flat. Right knee in, left leg straight. Hug both knees in. Keep the left and straighten your right. So left knee hug, right leg straight. Head is on the floor. Shoulders are wide. Less about squeezing in the knee and more about pressing your right thigh bone downwards. I want this to be more of a hip flexor stretch, so you're focusing on the straight leg. Both knees back in again. Little squeeze, that's it. Pop both feet to the floor. Take your block under your bottom. So out from under your head and under your bottom. And then go back to the right leg squeeze, left leg flat. Right knee squeeze, left leg flat. And again, you're trying to push the left thigh bone toward the floor. You're best lying down first, Sarah, and then put the block under. That's it, yeah. Right knee hug, left leg straight. That's it, yeah. And again, see if you can widen your shoulders, like the back of your shoulders is trying to get close to the floor. Did you not get a block, Ali? Yeah. So if you put the block rather than the ball, because it's more comfortable, that's it. Okay, so lift your bottom. There you go. Okay, and then both knees in. Keep the left knee, straighten your right leg. Okay, yeah. And then again, you're pushing away. So you're kind of pushing the heel away on the floor and pushing your thigh bone down. Leg all the way down, Sue. All the way down to the floor, to the floor. Is it too far? That's it. Was the floor just further than you thought? Both knees come in. Both feet to the floor. Arms by your side. Don't worry about the block being there. You can leave it for now. Feet flat, Leslie. Nearly. We're nearly there, but not quite yet. Yeah. Okay, you've got your ball in reaching distance. Legs bent, Kevin. Legs bent. Feet flat. There you go. Okay, you're going to roll up into a shoulder bridge. Stay at the top of the shoulder bridge. Lengthen your tailbone away. So the bridge is lifting off the block. Once you've lifted off the block, hips up in the air. That's it. Off the block. Tailbone reaching long in a shoulder bridge. Basically, it's like you're making a bridge in the back of your body away from the floor, so something could travel under your bridge, and you're on your shoulders, hence the name shoulder bridge. Okay, and you can take that out from under your head. So that's it, yeah. Right, just get the alignment of tailbone long, standing through both feet. Inner legs like this, they're holding onto a slightly larger ball between the inner knees. Roll down onto the block. It's fine. The block's going to stop you from going to the floor. It's fine. Okay, take the ball between your hands. Roll back up into a bridge. Okay, you're back up in that bridge. Feet standing, inner thighs active, tailbone long. Make sure that you've not lifted the back of your rib cage completely off the floor. Let the mid-ribs land down slightly. And then keep the elbows just a little bit bent. Take the ball back behind you. And as it goes back, I want you to sink your front ribs in toward the ground more. And then bring your ball back up to the ceiling. Take the arms back and get this feeling of your front ribs pressing toward the back ribs. And then, again, arms back up. So arms go back, front ribs pressing toward back ribs. And then arms up. You're staying in the bridge. I'm not asking you to drop to the floor. But when your arms go back, your ribs will want to flare up. So I want you to see if you can keep the bridge shape when your arms go back by pressing the ribs down more. And feel like we'll use your belly muscles a bit more. Do you? Yeah. A couple more times. It's not too hard with this 1 kilogram ball. Okay, when you finish the last one, arms back up in the air. And then roll back down. Bottom will land on the block. Bring the ball down. Pop that to the side. Good. Then you can take the block out from under your bottom. Pop it back under your head if you need to. That will be a lot of you. Cross your right ankle onto your left knee and bring the left leg in for a figure 4 stretch. When you let your left foot go back down, can you put it wide on the mat? And then use your right foot on the knee to pull the left knee across to the right. Look to the left and extend your left arm out. if that pulls in your back, then take your foot off the knee. So your legs have both fallen across to the right, you're looking to the left. That's it. You have the option of having that foot on the outer knee, like that. But if it feels too much of a pull, then you can just let it come off. It might be worth just putting that under there, and it gives you just a prop. Okay, come back up, slide your foot off the knee, and let's do the other side. So left ankle onto right knee and hold the back of your right leg. Bring it in towards you, figure 4 stretch. Head might be on the block, but either way, I'd like you to be able to press your shoulders wide. They might not go to the ground, but they can get wide. I often think our collarbone is the template of what coat hangers were made from. So if you think your collarbone is like the coat hanger for the whole of your body, and we want our coat hanger to be nice and long and elegant. So feel you're broadening out your collarbone and not letting your arms collapse around your collarbones. Shortening your coat hanger, keep it broad. Okay, and then the right foot goes wide on the mat. Let your legs fall to the left, maybe keeping your ankle on the outer knee. Extend your right arm, look towards your right arm. If your legs are falling too far, grab your ball and put it underneath the outer left hip, and then you've got something to act as a brake. Oh, just in time for a nice relaxation. Come back up to center. Take your foot off. Oh, foot off. Foot off. Look, for those who didn't hear me say earlier, I've had an admin day all day today, so I'm all out of brain power. Bring your knees in, give them both a little squeeze, and then relax your legs out. Relax your arms and give yourself a little shake. Everything falls comfortably, easily. So at this point now, hopefully you've checked everything is perfectly comfortable. There are no blocks or balls in your way. You can lie what feels symmetrical to you, what feels comfortable to you and well supported. Let your senses draw in away from the outer world of distraction and flow with the peaceful waves of your breath, the peaceful piano, peaceful waves of your mind, flowing with your senses turning away from the outer noise and into the inner quiet stillness. And then just not disturbing your relaxation, but just gently adding a layer onto it. Take a deep, relaxing breath in and out. And then move a little, but let it be gentle and relaxing in its nature. So you're moving your body again, but without being harsh. And then your feet slide in and tilt your pelvis a few times once your feet are flat. And then bring your knees in, one hand each knee, and circle them. But again, let it be a glidey movement. Try not to get stuck. And then circle your knees the other way. It's nice to turn to your side to come up. You can go that way, or if you fancy a bit of energy, you can rock up, whatever works for you. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome back and well done. You can leave the ball right at the top end of your mat and just leave it on the floor. But as you're walking out, don't trip over them, like I have done many a time before. Thanks, everyone at home. Bye bye.